Okay, welcome back. I finally got it this time. Welcome to episode 11 of Cook It and Book It, presented by Ballislife Bets. My name is Sara Jane Gamelli, and this is Looch.
Morning.
What is poppin'?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good.
Good morning. Quiet the dog days
Early.
of summer, but we're about to make your day a little bit more enjoyable today. Just a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, it's really hot.
It's steaming.
It's been
here. It's in
scorching.
the 90s. Yeah, it's in the 90s. Here.
90s.
In Canada too. So imagine,
Bro.
I can't imagine you guys are probably on fire right now.
Bro, 90 degrees in Canada?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it got that hot
it
there.
Does. Honestly, it doesn't. It was 100 last week in Canada. That doesn't exist. It's the first time in a
Wait,
while.
what?
Yeah, it was that hot.
Really?
Yeah, it was that hot. We're feeling it.
Wow.
Yeah, we're feeling it here.
It's cold. Josh, where are you at? Where in the world is it cold right now? Because get me the nearest place. No, never mind.
Antarctica? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, no planes, no planes. No.
We're going to talk about planes in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, no planes. Stay home.
It's hot just like the Mets. Oh, no, I'm gone.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm gone. I'm gone. Bye.
It's like the Mets.
Real quick,
Yeah.
Looch. I'm done betting on the Yankees. Minus 1.5.
No. Yeah.
Plus 1.5.
What happened? Like, just what happened?
We laid an egg.
Yeah, literally. This last like month, they just like forgot how to play baseball.
It's been brutal.
Yeah, it's wild. It's been a bad month.
It's been brutal. You know, I like I said, I question Aaron Boone, a lot of his decisions. Like when I've gone to some games this year, you know, just taking relievers out and not keeping them in, and you know, guy just not performing and injuries. It's a mess.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of a mess. But the deadline's soon.
What's up, Silent?
Deadline soon, so I'm assuming they'll make a few moves. I'd hope. If not, then I feel like just chalk it up. Probably they got to do.
They
something.
were gonna get Jazz from the Marlins, but they said they didn't know if his personality fit with the locker room.
Okay.
Or Jonathan India from the Reds,
Yeah.
but I don't even think that any of those guys are gonna save this team.
Honestly, yeah, they need a couple pieces at least. But
couple.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess. I think it's next. Yeah, next week. Next week. I think it's the end of the week.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens. But there's gonna be some big moves for sure. But see what your Yankees do. I'm a Jays
11
fan,
and
so
23.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm a Jays fan, so they're probably gonna sell everybody. So it's not fun for me. But
you think Vlad? Are they gonna sell Vladdy?
No, I think he's gonna stay. I think it's gonna be the other pieces, like the
Springers,
Kikuchis, and the maybe Bo. Probably not, because he's playing so bad that like you're selling at a low.
Really? Is he really?
Yeah, he's not playing. He's not having his best season to what is his norm. But I feel like when you're selling low, especially that he's not a free agent for one more year, you probably just hold on to him and pray he does a little better next year before you trade him.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it happens.
Yeah, it happens. But I think they're going to stand put and just get rid of a couple like free agents, like potential free agents that aren't going to sign anyways. So I think they're going to keep Vladdy. I think the city will riot if he gets traded, actually.
Well, I remember he said he was open to going to the Yankees after he said, I will never go to the Yankees. I will never go to the evil empire.
I will cry. If he went to the Yankees.
You don't want him.
I'm retiring from watching baseball. I'm done. No, I'm done. That was my last baseball game I'd watch if he gets traded.
You may just have to come to New York because he's probably going to be in pinstripes before you know it, because everybody ends up in pinstripes.
I was going to say a lot of money because I'm sure he wants to get paid, and yeah, it's not going to be fun. Not fun being a Toronto fan in baseball.
Expos, listen, I miss the Expos. That shit slapped.
And so do I. That would be great. He would go there because his dad played there, but
they don't exist.
Now they don't exist.
They don't exist.
I feel like they might in the future. Maybe.
Wait, the Expos were the move to.
I always forget.
Or did they just? Was it just a defunct franchise?
Wait, I forgot this. I think.
Did we know this, chat?
I think I do know this.
Oh, the Nationals.
Are they the Nats?
Oh, the Natties.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Did you hear that?
I didn't know that.
What's up, guys? Welcome on in.
I actually didn't know that. I don't know why I didn't know that, but the Nats. Oh, interesting. I feel like I did know it, but now I forgot.
And now I feel like the Nationals are just like, man,
yeah,
like they won their championship.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, at least they won their championship, you know? I'd rather win and, you know, at least you can live in the glory days for a little bit. I feel like you're
kind of crazy that they won.
I know. Now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, like I even forgot it happened, but like,
yeah,
I feel like as a fan, like just going to the NBA. Like I'm a Raptors fan. They won in 2019. I'm good for like 25 years. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like they could be bad for 25 years straight, and will still relive the glory days of one championship. At least they got.
You got that chip.
You got it. That's what you play for, right?
Tommy Cutler, listen. Tommy Cutler better get some. Get some snaps because Danny Jones.
Is he still on the roster?
Yeah, I don't know. Daniel Jones does not look good. Yeah, just go on Twitter and type it in.
Oh God, they're probably just making fun of him like crazy. They probably.
So anyway, we're gonna move into a little bit of WNBA. We're gonna move into the Olympics and things like that. I promise you guys, we are going to have football coming up. There's training camps right now, so if you haven't looked, go on Twitter, go on YouTube. There's a bunch of stuff online. Yeah. So we're gonna kind of veer away from that right now and kind of talk a little bit about the All-Star game.
Yeah. I want to know
pretty fun.
Obviously you had the privilege of going. Obviously this year was hyped to the max. I want to hear your experience. You get there, who did you get to see? Where, rate your experience. I want to hear the stories of the All-Star weekend.
Well, honestly, this was my first one. So I can't really compare it to anything else. I remember, I'm not sure if you watched last year when Sabrina Ionescu, broke the record of 37 3-pointers, the most out of any men's or women's basketball.
Yeah.
So that was kind of hard to top, in my opinion.
It's very difficult.
Yeah. But it was cool. I mean, we got to Phoenix. I just want to say shout out. What's up, Fluffy? What's up, JJ? Shout out. What's up, Rob? Shout out to the people that live in Phoenix all year round.
It's hot.
It was 117 degrees.
It's hot. Yeah.
I melted.
You want to know what's even crazier? They wear like long sleeve shirts, jeans. I'm like, okay, I would need to rip off my skin, like to just find some air. I know they do. It's crazy. It's wild. It's insane there. Way too hot. I couldn't live there.
Let me tell you, like everybody was wearing pants. So I was like, F it. I'm going to wear pants.
Oh no.
And then I was like, luckily my hotel was right across from the Footprint Center. And then you had the convention center. So it was like a little triangle. Okay. But like I literally said to my friend Nikki, I was like, I feel like I'm on a grill.
Yeah, that's what you feel like. You literally feel like you're on the barbecue. It's crazy.
Like, barbecue sauce and all, baby.
Barbecue. It's insane.
But it was very, very hot. That's the only thing that I have to say is like, I think the weekend would have been more enjoyable. Like I explored the city a lot of Phoenix and I got to see a lot of stuff, but it was just so hot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What's up, Sean? Yeah, this was more than Sweet Baby Ray's. This was like Sweet Baby Ray's, like that baked on me for like 8 weeks.
You know, when you like start the oven and then you open it up and you get that air, that hot air that hits you in the face. That's what it feels like to be in Arizona.
That's exactly what it feels
like. It's that hot.
And the good thing about Phoenix is that, I am an asthmatic, can't talk today.
Yeah.
So it is a dry heat. It's not like you're going out there and you're getting a lot of humidity, but you walk out there and you're like, wow, frying pan, wow, oven, wow, grill. Give me some hot dogs, baby. Like shit.
Oh, so the city's nice.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
I loved Phoenix. It was very, very a little desolate. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
One thing that I saw was the Arizona Diamondback Stadium from the outside. It was beautiful.
Yes.
Came out of my hotel, was right there.
Ooh. So everything's close there. Like
everything was close.
Okay, that's awesome.
Joe, thank you for the 12 months. I really appreciate it. How you doing, Joe? So anyway, guys, if you went to Phoenix, let me know your opinion about the city. But I went to the same restaurant every day. Yeah. Shout out to the Angry Butcher.
Angry Butcher. Okay. It was good. It was that good if you went every day.
I had this spritzer drink. It was like vodka, strawberries, lemonade. I don't know what it was. It was banging.
Okay. Angry Butcher. Shout out to Angry Butcher. Keeping her hydrated for the weekend.
Like every day in the middle of the day, I went for a drink just because the days were so long.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right.
So unfortunately, when I got there, I was really confused where to go. And I missed 80% of the scrums. You could walk up to the players and like a little table.
Oh.
And I missed that part. And that sucks for me. I really wanted that one-on-one. But what I really, really enjoyed that Friday before the skills contest was a lot of interviews, a lot of pre-interviews, a lot of practices.
Yeah.
They ended up showing like the Phoenix Mercury's new practice facility. So there was a lot of that. Oh my God, that comment. Sorry. Anyway, so that was really cool. Just getting to be in the press room and like hear the players talk about the Olympics and, things that you don't normally hear.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That is cool.
And then, what was I saying? Chat, help me out. Help me out. Oh, and then the best thing, Looch, I don't know if you saw my pictures. Make sure you guys go to my Instagram. They had something called WNBA Live.
Yes, I saw that.
It was like 25 vendors, American Express, Starry, Bumble. They partnered with Bumble. DraftKings is the official partner of the WNBA now. We will talk about that.
Time.
So it was really, really cool. They had like Player Society and merchandise and just a lot of cool, unique fan experiences. And I thought that was awesome.
Awesome. That's cool. That does sound cool.
Yeah. What's up, party? So that part was cool. Now heading into what was Friday? Friday was the
skills. Was the skills competition?
Yes, the skills competition. And the 3-point contest.
Yes.
Shout out to my girl Alicia Gray.
Yeah.
Winning both. I don't know if you know how much she won.
Yeah. I saw. I was watching it actually.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. I saw the whole weekend because I wanted to go, but I couldn't fly right now because like I have a lot of things at home. But I watched everything.
You're really glad you didn't fly.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. We got to hear your flight story later, but I would have been stuck, which would have sucked. But
so
she balled.
She balled out. She beat out Jonquel Jones by 1 point in the 3-point contest.
Who did you have winning before?
The 3-point?
Yeah.
I believe I wanted to say Kayla McBride only because
I had her too. I did.
She's been killing it. I put a unit on it.
I did too. She's just so good. So I thought she was gonna win, but Jonquel Jones and Alicia Gray. I didn't expect that final, but it was a good final.
I didn't either.
It was a good final. It was a great.
I was like, Alicia Gray, I love her, but I don't think of her as like I don't know, like knockdown.
Yeah.
But Jonquel, man, she's been in there before.
Yeah.
And she missed that last corner shot.
I know.
So, hi Tito, welcome in, guys. So anyway, Aflac contributed, can't speak today, $110,000 for the winner, or $55,000, right?
Yeah, I think it was 50.
Of this,
yeah,
of the skills challenge and the 3-point contest.
That's awesome.
So Alicia Gray went home with $110,000 and she makes $185,000 a year.
That is crazy. That is a nice. She better be shopping for some Gucci bags tonight because that's huge. Good for her.
Well, it's funny because in the presser, Looch, she said she's really cheap, and she's like, "Well, dinner's on me."
Yeah, dinner. That's funny.
But
good for her.
Yeah, it was exciting. Jake, thank you for the 8 months. I appreciate you. It was really exciting, I have to say, Looch. Like, obviously, the All-Star game was a little bit more packed.
Yeah, but it looked busy.
Yeah, it was busy. I think it's great for the sport. I think just being there and seeing all the players and being up close and seeing how much this sport has grown is insane. And yes, they are underpaid, but if you guys did not hear, the WNBA is very close to a media rights deal. It's valued at $2.2 billion.
Yeah.
So the pay is about to go up. They can opt out of that 11-year deal at 3 years. So
that's huge. Honestly, it's
huge.
The bigger really a lot of the revenue, especially with the big TV deals like that, that's when you're going to see salary increases, the cap increases. Then you're going to start seeing a big change. But can they opt out this year, or do they have to wait?
Yeah, so this year, I believe, is the last year in the CBA, the media rights deal. And that's why you see salaries kind of so low, like $200,000, or I think Jackie Young is the highest paid player. Like, it's like $250 she makes or something.
Yeah.
So JJ, thank you for the 33 months. I appreciate you. Thank you guys. I mean, yeah, it's only going to go up, but Looch, 11 years is a lot of money. I mean, a lot of years. I mean, that's a lot of years, and I hope they can opt out of that because that's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
That's going to come in.
Yeah, because then you're basically you're almost like plateaued in a sense because like they're bringing in so much money, but if the TV rights deal is only paying this amount, you can only pay the players,
Exactly.
So if they opt out, they renegotiate maybe a 10-year deal or something, or another 5-year for big money, then you'll see the players will start getting paid.
Yeah. And, I saw Kathy Engelbert speak. She is a commissioner of the WNBA, and she always talks about her economic model, and I love her. She is a businesswoman at heart, and she's very good at what she does. And, she talks about that business model. It's all about the media rights deal, and we're seeing it with the NBA. Look at the NBA.
Oh, my God. They signed a massive media
deal.
Yeah, so that's why, they can give out deals that it's, a player making 50 to 60 million a year, like just because you're making so much. It's from the big media deals, so it's good for them.
Yeah.
Hopefully they opt out and everyone can get their bread, really, because they deserve more.
Yeah, well, everybody's fighting between Amazon and TNT, and I think TNT is gonna lose out to Amazon, which sucks. Yeah. I don't like games on Amazon at all. But
I know that's unfortunate. I enjoyed watching on TNT, but now. So is it like official or is it
the NBA or the WNBA?
NBA.
So the NBA, I am not quite sure.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't want to speak in that if I don't know.
Yeah.
I know for the WNBA, they announced partnerships with Disney, NBC.
Yeah.
NBC and Amazon Prime, but I don't. What do you think about 2.2 billion? Because Cheryl Miller came out and said they lowballed the WNBA.
It's
this
possible.
Should be about $8-9 billion.
So it's possible. I think with that is I would hope that 2.2 billion dollars was for a shorter term deal, because if it's
11 years,
like that was my hope, because if they have an opt out, same thing over 2 year, 3 years again, so you could do it again. I would hope, but it does seem. I know we're thinking $2.2 billion. That sounds like an absurd number, but in the grand scheme of things, by the time you pay all the players and everything comes down to it, like it's not that much. Maybe they accepted a lower offer and there's an opt out, and then they can renegotiate and say, okay, look, in 3 years, because the amount of talent coming into the WNBA in the next few years is insane. Yeah, it's really insane. So I hope they didn't accept an offer and kind of just not have, just accepted it to accept it, because it sounds like a lot of money. But
that's what I'm saying.
I hope not. But let's see. I hope there's an opt-out deal or something. But
that's what I'm saying. I think I'm 99% sure it is 3 years, and in that point they can just kind of renegotiate.
Yeah, I hope so.
But it's exciting times.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to see the sport kind of continue the trajectory to go this way. And as far as the weekend goes, like I said, it was incredible. An experience, having covered this sport and go to games and see kind of like the evolution of this sport is pretty incredible, and something that's amazing to be part of.
Absolutely.
What's up, Mrs. Night Owl?
Now I gotta hear a story. I'm assuming that the airports were crazy because everybody and their mother wanted to go to the WNBA All-Star Weekend in Phoenix. So what the hell happened? You want me
to talk about this before the actual game?
No, talk about the game.
Should we just get this out of the way? Because I feel like I got to get it out of the way.
Yeah, I got to hear this, and then we'll talk about the game.
You guys want to hear about the airport story?
I've been seeing all over social media that it was a nightmare.
Okay.
So what the hell happened?
So I'm gonna put this in like the calmest way that I can.
Yeah.
Because listen, I don't get mad easily at all. But when I get mad, I get mad. So first of all, by the way, I just want to say, my whole flight to Atlanta, which was my connecting flight, was everybody from the WNBA was on that flight.
Oh, damn.
I was across from Flau'jae Johnson.
No way.
Like Angel Reese was on my flight. A lot of people were on my flight. So it was like, all right. I'm like, I feel safe. I don't like flying, but at least, if I go down, I'm going down with the WNBA. So we get on the plane. We get on the plane, right? I'm in like the second and back of the row.
Yeah.
And the pilot goes, we forgot to check the weather. We have to get off the plane. There's storms coming into Atlanta.
Oh my God. Forgot to check.
And I'm like, what?
Hell? Yeah. What do you mean? What? I forgot to check the weather.
No,
That's insane.
Shout out Delta Airlines, baby.
Oh,
so
God.
we get off. It's 3 hours. So I go to the bar.
Yeah.
And I am not going to lie to you. I was pretty lit.
Okay. I mean, you gotta be.
I met some random people. We were doing some tequila shots. I was lit. I was so over the 3-hour delay, and I wish I never complained, because what was ahead of me was far greater than that.
Oh Lord.
So we get on the flight, and it took us about 2.5 hours to get to Atlanta from Phoenix. It's about, I don't know, we get maybe about, it's like 9. I don't know what time. I don't know. I got lost in translation with the time.
Yeah.
Should have kept drinking? I mean, probably.
Yeah, probably. In hindsight, yeah, you should have had a few more, maybe.
So I get to Atlanta, and there's like a sea of people, and I'm like, is something going on?
Yeah.
Like, I knew Microsoft had it shut down, but Looch, I swear to God, there was about 5,000 people. And I saw a line that was about 5 miles long.
Oh my God.
So I go to look for my luggage, and it's not there because I'm on a connecting flight to go back to Connecticut.
Oh Lord.
Sorry, guys, this is drawn out, but I'll tell you, it's good. It's good, I promise. So my luggage is in there. So I get into a line of 5 miles, and I wait 3.5 hours.
Oh my God.
To see where my bags are and to see how I can get out of Atlanta. So I'm parched. Everything's closed. I sprint over to Burger King to get a chicken sandwich and some water, which they were charging $3.50 for tap water.
Oh my God.
I was dying. I was sweating.
Yeah.
I was so, oh my God, it was terrible, but I made friends in the line. So I get up to the front desk, and this is about 3:30 in the morning, 3:45 a.m. Eastern time.
Oh my God.
And the lady goes, your bags are just going to go on the first flight that you go on. I said, I waited 3.5 hours to hear that.
Yeah. Oh my. Like, what? Oh my God.
So needless to say, sorry, this is a lot. I sat on the floor, spilled my entire water, went all over my ass. Because there's nowhere to sit.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me I would have found a spot to sit in. There was no spot. So I met this journalist lady who talked about politics from 3:50 a.m. to like 5:30 a.m.
Oh my God.
And I literally was dying.
That is insane.
So then I booked a flight the next morning.
Yeah.
To Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
At 8:30 in the morning. I get to security at 4:30. It took me 2.5 hours, and the AC broke in the airport.
Wow.
I get to my terminal, and it's canceled.
Again. Oh my God. So you have to book a later flight again?
I booked another flight and accidentally booked it for the next day.
And wait, and where the hell is your bag now?
I don't know where my bag is at this point.
I was going to say, because it's on the next flight, but you're not on the next flight.
I'm not on the next flight. Exactly. So I'm like, wow, they really lost my bags.
Yeah.
And Angel Reese said this. We were all on the same flight. Like, she lost her bags too. Oh my God. So then I'm like, all day, there's people sleeping on the floor. Yeah. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. There were cockroaches every day. There were people fighting over how to kill the cockroaches.
Oh my God.
Dude, it honestly was terrible. I was stuck in there for only 19 hours, but eventually I got a flight out of Atlanta the next day at 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Or something.
Yeah.
So the whole point I'm making is when you travel, be prepared. You know, like,
you never know what's
put extra clothes in there, deodorant maybe, something.
Yeah.
Because,
brutal.
So anyway, we go back to Connecticut. Everybody started clapping. Like, this is a short story. Everybody started clapping. I got on the plane.
Yeah, they're like, thank God I'm home.
Thank God. And then I go to the baggage claim, and my bag showed up.
Well, how did it even get there?
I don't know.
Matt, sometimes, honestly, it's better that it did, because At this point, you just like, okay, just keep the bag. Just you guys can have my clothes. I'll just get more clothes. I just want to go home. Wow.
So the
insane.
kicker is, Looch, and this whole thing in chat is that I booked a flight to Boston the next day that had a layover in DC.
Yeah.
That was my refund flight. I had to pay out of pocket to get home.
Oh my God.
Because I kept rebooking and rebooking. So I'm not going to lie. Shout out to my dad. He was on the phone for 7 hours.
Oh my God.
7 hours with Delta. Shout out to him. He did that for me.
Wow. For your dad.
Yeah, 7 hours.
Jesus.
And they said they canceled the flight. And they never did. The next day that I got home, it said I was boarding, and then that flight got canceled.
Oh my God. That is crazy.
Sorry, this is a lot.
Thankfully, you're home now. Holy, I thought you would still be there. I thought we would have to.
Dude, I thought I was going to be. I was about to walk
from
home.
Atlanta.
Yo, it was so. Besides 9/11, because I went to New York after 9/11. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Truthfully, people sleeping with cockroaches on the floor, like it was. I hate the airport. I'd be happy never to see Atlanta again.
Yeah. Damn. That is crazy.
Great, huh?
That is wild. Well, I hope the actual game was worth, going through all this nonsense for, but
no,
okay.
I mean, the game was great. I don't know if you caught any of it.
Yeah, I watched the game. I did watch the game.
Did you make any bets on that?
I did. I actually had.
Let's hear it.
Let me go to it. I had. I did like just a 2-leg kind of like a teaser. So I did the WNBA All Stars plus 9.5, and then over 180.5, and it just soared over.
You got that at 180?
No. The bet was the bet was plus 100 on the dot, but I bought down.
Okay.
I think the line was 189. I bought down to 180, and then
you altered that line?
Yeah, I got it altered at plus 100.
Do you know what the end?
Yeah, it was like game? 1 trillion points. I think I cashed in. I think I cashed in the middle of the third quarter.
Yeah.
I did. You know why? Because the boost that I had to have 2 legs. So I said, okay, let's do 180 and then WNBA All Stars to cover, and they won, and it soared over. I was by the third quarter. I was
soared over. Talk about a plane ride.
Yeah, by the third quarter, I was already like, all right, we're done. We're at easy cash, and we're taking it to the bank.
So you altered that to team WNBA plus 9.5.
Yeah.
And 180.5 for plus 100.
Yeah, for plus 100.
Yeah. That's solid. I mean, it's still plus money.
Plus money, yeah. So they had, I think the WNBA All Stars were plus 5.5 to start. I figured they would keep it close because the rosters are both so incredible. Like, I know, maybe the actual Olympic team has the super, they have the superstars, but there's both good. There's good players on both sides of the
Hell yeah, there is.
So I said, you know what? I'll take WNBA. Why not?
And I don't know if you know this, in 2021, talk about like a full circle moment.
Yeah.
Team WNBA defeated Team USA in 2021, and guess who the MVP was?
Who?
Arike.
Really?
And
again, oh my God, she would have 37. She could have missed.
Thank you to the WNBA.
Oh, you got it all there? Okay, she finished with what, 37, 35?
34. She had 0 first quarter points.
Holy crap.
0 first half points.
0. So she put up 34.5.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She had 21 third quarter points, 5 from 7 beyond the arc, 6 assists, 2 steals. She ended up with 34 points on 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 10 of 20 field goal shooting, and 8 of 13 beyond the arc.
Well
she was pooping.
That's crazy.
And you know what's crazy, Looch? Is that I will openly say that Arike, she got left off. Like, she pulled out of the Olympics because she said it was too political. Yeah. But she was slapping in the face of Kelsey Plum, Kalia Copper, Jackie Young got torched a few times. Like, she was just hitting off that one leg. I was like, woo!
I feel like maybe she took it personal. She's like, you know what? Screw the politics. I'm coming to show you guys that I should be on this team. And oh my God.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Balled up.
I don't know if anyone watched it, but it was such a great game. And there was over 16,000 fans there.
It's crazy.
And the game generated, I believe, at a max of 4.3 million views, which makes it the most watched All-Star game in WNBA history.
There we go. See, that's at the end of the day, all you need is eyes on the sport, more viewership. Stadium was sold out. It was rocking. I saw on Twitter that
it was rocking.
Was crazy. And you know, at the end of the day, it brings more money to the league. So hell yeah, good.
Hell yeah. And you know what I liked about it? Like before the game, the players said it was going to be competitive. A lot of the times you see an all-star game and it sucks and it's not fun, but this was a send-off for Team USA. They don't have a lot of time together, as we've seen with the exhibition game against Germany. And this was kind of their time to run their plays, you know, against the WNBA All-Stars. So defensively, it wasn't great.
It's okay.
You know, I think What?
No, usually they're not, but it's a good tune-up game. They needed tune-up versus top quality competition, which is good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's everybody, Looch. That's why I made my bets. I cashed out over 188.5 and Team WNBA plus 6.5, because the minute I went to those pressers and every player had that look in their eye, like, this is going to be competitive. We're going to give you a show. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a 6.5 point lead.
Yeah. I agree. That's good.
So, like I said, good competitive basketball. You know, I'm not going to worry about Team USA, but I will say, you know, that Cheryl Reeve, the head coach of the Olympic squad, she did say, you know, we need to play better defense. Yeah. And she kind of joked, like, is there an Enrique in the Olympics? Because they don't want to get torched again, you know?
Oh, yeah, I know. Jeez,
so it was cool to see, you know, like Brandon Stewart had a double-double. Angel Reese had a double-double. Yep. Caitlin Clark had 10 assists. She was chasing Sue Bird.
Record,
I love seeing Chelsea Gray on Caitlin Clark. And talk about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, you know, having that 1-2 punch in that two-player game.
Yeah.
So
seemed like a good weekend. Cool. Yeah, seemed like a good weekend, honestly. Good basketball, good fun, besides the flight, but hell yeah.
Besides the flight, but it was so worth it, honestly.
Yeah, an experience like that, especially like it's your first one, you said, like that was
my very, very first WNBA All-Star game and as media, so I was a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Because there was so much going on, but yeah.
That's awesome.
How was that?
That's awesome. Well done. Good.
Yep.
Seems like you had a good time.
Yep.
Hope the season comes back in about less than a month, 3 weeks.
Yeah, we have about a month off.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's okay. It's good. It's a good break for the rest of the league. They seemed like it felt really busy with the. I mean, Caitlin Clark even mentioned a few times, like she played a lot of basketball. Like she needs a break. Like.
And even in the presser, she said that. She's like, I am going to be happy not to touch a She literally said, I have it on video, I'm going to be happy not to touch a basketball.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm rooting for Team USA. I'll get there someday, but I'm going to go on vacation.
Go as far
and
as
then she goes, have a nice month.
Have a nice month. I saw everyone was trying to pry, like, where are you going on vacation? She's like, I'm not saying anything. I'm going to put my feet up. She's going to be on an island somewhere that nobody's can find her, and put your feet up for a couple weeks and relax. So good for her.
Yeah. One highlight I wanted to bring out was, if you know who Jackie Young of the Aces is, put one in the chat. Thanks to my good friend and colleague, Jeff Magliochetti of SI All Knicks. He covers the New York Liberty and the New York Knicks. He gave me an awesome opportunity through Starry, the soda, to interview Jackie Young one-on-one. Nice. I was nervous as hell.
I would be too. I definitely would be.
But it's on my Twitter. So I got to catch up with Jackie Young for about 10 minutes.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. That was probably the highlight of my weekend.
Of course. Hell yeah.
She's in. No, she's not. Is she? So yeah, that was really cool.
Probably. Nice. Honestly, I know as media, you have to keep it reserved, but don't you feel like starstruck at times? Like you're like, oh my God, I'm literally having a conversation with Jackie Young. Like,
listen, I don't get starstruck a lot. I've met so many people in my career so far, and I've, you know, and even in the All-Star games, you're walking by ESPN analysts, you're walking by, celebrities all the time. But I love Jackie Young. I've loved her since her college days, and I love a lot of people in the league, but she's so humble to me, and humility is what stands out to me in people. So that's why I felt very honored to interview her, because I love her not only as a baller, but as a player.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome. So I'm not going to say I was starstruck, but I was like very blessed to have that opportunity.
Yeah,
so.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Thank you. So moving on.
The Olympics.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm struggling today. I'm like, we got one eye open today.
Yeah, it's one of those days. Now, are you a big watcher of Olympic basketball or the Olympics in general, or?
Listen, I love the Olympics.
Yeah.
I am one of those freaks that watch it. Like, I will cancel any plans that I have, or if I'm out with somebody, sorry, we are watching the Olympics because are you a big fan of the Olympics?
Yeah, I love it. I always have it in the background. Like, even if I'm just doing chores or whatever, there's always something, whether it's swimming, basketball, whatever it is, it's always in the background. I mean, it's sports all day. Who the hell wouldn't like it?
Who the hell wouldn't watch it?
I know, exactly. So I like, whatever the track is, I just love watching it. I really do.
Yeah.
So now
I would say, obviously women's basketball is at the forefront. I'm always going to watch women's basketball.
Of course, yeah.
But I do love swimming, rooting heavily for Katie Ledecky. I love gymnastics, and I love track and field.
Yeah, I think track is my favorite. I love track and field. I can watch it all day. Don't know what it is. I did actually some track in high school, but not.
Did you? Oh, me too. I almost died.
Yeah, I did.
I was not fit for that.
Almost died. Yeah, I did like long jump. I did 100 meter. I did 200 meter. So it's fun. Like, I just like to see who's competing. But yeah, I love the Olympics. Now, in terms of basketball, obviously we have our, the USA is obviously the heavy favorite in both.
Heavy favorite.
Yeah. When I say heavy, I mean that very
heavy favorite.
Yeah, heavy favorite. Now, did you see the tune-up game for the men's versus South Sudan? Did you even I actually couldn't believe that was real.
They won by 1 point.
1 point. And
1 point.
Did you see what the spread was?
What was it? Like 10?
No, it was 40.
Timmy, thank you for the bits.
43.5.
No, it's not.
It was. I swear on everything. 43.5. It was for South Sudan, and they won by one.
Wait. Yeah. The spread was 43.5.
43.5.
No, I don't believe you.
I swear. I will take a picture.
Nope.
43.5 points. I swear to God.
I don't believe you.
It was 43.5. Yeah, and they won by one. If you had South Sudan plus 43.5, I thought I had a free bet. That is the greatest.
So free.
43.5 was the
What was the money line?
I don't think it was available because it would probably be minus 10,000. Honestly, I didn't see it. South Sudan was plus 43.5.
Wow. I'm looking at that now. That is wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Luckily, you don't think they're playing them again, are they?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. They better hope not because, it was wild. It was like their tune-up game, and they were, obviously they are expected to win. They probably came in there screwing around, saying whatever. It's like South Sudan, which almost bit them in the ass, but it was almost embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
You literally have LeBron James, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid versus and you're they had to win. Yeah, they won. I saw the headline and I had to rub my eyes because it was LeBron James comes in clutch with last minute shot versus South Sudan. I was like, wait, hold on, excuse me, versus who? And then I looked and I was like, damn. I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, Anthony Davis needs to be starting.
I like it. The problem is they're too good. Who the hell? Who do you even play? Half the time, you can run their B team, their C team, their D team, and they're just so that's what it might be. The political side of things, obviously you have to play LeBron. Obviously,
you have to play LeBron.
You have to play Curry.
LeBron's hooping. He's leading the team with 14 points per game over exhibition games.
Yeah, you have to play.
So you have to play LeBron.
It's almost.
Why is LeBron carrying the team at 38 years old?
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
Sorry, I'm getting passionate about this, and I need to stop.
Yeah, they do play South Sudan in the second game.
Thank you, Timmy.
Oh my God, they do. They play them again. That is
Wait,
crazy.
what?
Yeah, apparently they play them again.
Hold on.
Wow, that's interesting. It could be The lineup is too good. They should win with whoever they put out there, but
JT Thor and Wenyan Gabriel, is that who they're going to go up against for South Sudan? Just saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That is insane. I feel like they're coming into it like it's just casual basketball, so they'll probably just get caught slacking a bit, but I guess when your team is that good, you're just, I don't know. It sucks. Not that it sucks. Like, obviously they're heavy favorites, but they probably see their opposition and they're probably like, okay, like, whatever. They're using it as like a vacation, but let's hope they don't slip up again and don't lose, you know?
Well, right now, the men's 5-on-5, 5v5, they are minus 400 odds to win a gold medal. They are going for their 5th straight. Up next is Canada.
Yeah.
Canada.
We finally got somewhere.
1,000.
We got somewhere.
I'm not going to lie. France at 1,500. I like those odds. I'd sprinkle a little bit on there.
France basketball is on the up. Big time.
That's what I'm saying.
Big time.
Serbia's at plus 1,500. Germany's at plus 2,800. And then Greece and Giannis and his crew are at plus 3,200. So my question for you before we get into the women's side of things is, are you concerned about the men's USA team? And are you fading minus 400? Are you going to take it? Are you going to, obviously it's extremely juiced to get any value out of that.
Honestly,
what are your thoughts on that?
I don't see any concern. I know the media likes to overreact. The media likes to overreact over one game. I just feel like by the next game, we're not even going to talk about it. Like, I can't confidently put even sprinkle on another team just because of how dominant they are. Like, if I had to make any bet, you're right. I might sprinkle like a quarter, half a unit on France or Canada, maybe. I still don't feel super confident, but I think they're just going to be full steam ahead. I think that was their to humble them a little bit, saying, okay, watch out. And now I think they're not going to have any issues. So I'm probably not going to bet on anything. Joe makes a solid point there. France to medal at plus 100 is a solid bet. Like, I would rather bet on another team to medal than even touch USA.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, because right now, if you look at like all the odds, it's just like, I'm not going to fade Team USA because we know the level of talent there, but you can't get anything. So you might as well, I don't know if you can bet on bronze. I know in Connecticut you can't.
Yeah, we can. I think.
If you can, what are the odds for that?
Yeah, I think for France to medal in Canada is minus 115 for them to just get a gold, silver, or bronze, which is pretty solid.
I mean, then that's great value.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd take that right now. I'd eat that up for dinner.
Yeah, that's good. I wouldn't touch anything US wise, but that's pretty solid. I agree with that one. That one's nice.
And speaking of USA, I found this interesting.
Yeah.
The United States is favored heavily at minus 2,000 odds to win the most medals. Next up is China at plus 1,300, Great Britain at plus 6,000, and then Japan at plus 6,000.
Wow. I mean, the U.S. is just, they're so dominant at like gymnastics, basketball, swimming. Like they have a GOAT in every sport in the Olympics. Like Simone Biles might be the most decorated athlete Olympian of all time, with Michael Phelps. Obviously,
Michael Phelps is the most decorated.
Michael Phelps,
110%.
Michael Phelps is obviously like the GOAT of his sport. Simone Biles, the GOAT of his sport. Basketball, you got many GOATs. LeBron leading. Like they just have.
Did you see Simone last night?
Yeah, I did. She's just so impressive. It's crazy. It's absurd. I'm like just stunned in how you could be that good for that long.
So good.
It's just so impressive. It's like Michael.
Glad to see her back.
Yeah, it's crazy. She's so impressive, but she'll probably win
Absolutely.
a couple more there, no doubt.
Yeah.
She's so good. So good.
So that's it on the men's side. On the women's side, real quick. The women are again heavily favored by minus 3,500 odds.
That's crazy.
Next is France at plus 2,900. Australia and the Opals. Shout out to Sandy Brondello. She's a coach of the Opals.
Oh, that's awesome.
She is a New York Liberty head coach.
Yeah.
And this is terrible. Beck Allen, I don't know if you know her. She plays for the Mercury. She had a hamstring grade, so that's a huge loss for Australia.
That's brutal.
So they're favored at 2,900. So there's, in my opinion, I think the USA women, like I said, they're going for their 8th straight gold medal. Men's are going for their 5th straight. And then the USA 3v3, they're favored by -125. I think there is fantastic value in the 3v3.
Yeah, I'd probably rather bet on the 3v3 just because who's second for odds in the WNBA 3v3?
Canada women's 3v3 is +380.
Wow.
And then it's Australia +430. But I'm not quite sure about 3v3. I think losing Cameron Brink is huge. I mean, granted, Dearica Hamby's going to be in there, but damn, I don't know. But even -125, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all. 3v3 is different because I haven't seen the dynamic before. Like, what three do you put out there at all times? Like, do you opt for shooters? Do you opt for height? It's obviously you need to have some defense in there. It's
like NBA 2K. It's like Park.
It's literally like it's wild. Like, I don't know what lineup I would put out there because it's like, imagine for the USA, right? You get to choose.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Sabrina, Plum? Like, would you rather have sharpshooters or would you rather go Wilson, Griner? Like, what do you go? It's cool because the strategy. You know what I mean? What do you do?
It's definitely a strategy, and I like the 2-guard system in a big because then you can switch sides on the screen and get over the screen. I think someone like a Kelsey Plum or like a Jackie Young, who's been there before. They're fast, they're quick, they can facilitate, they can attack the rim, they can shoot the three, create their own shot. I don't think I'd like Sabrina Ionescu there, per se. But yeah, I kind of like the 2 guards and then maybe like a Cam Brink, who's a defensive juggernaut.
Exactly. I'd rather have I agree. I think you got to go 2 guard just because you need to have the sharpshooters, especially when you have a lot of space.
Yep.
If you give a sharpshooter just even a little bit more space,
just like a little bit of space, and they're gonna fling that thing.
They're getting buckets. I like that. They'll probably win. I like that -125. That's
good
solid.
value.
That's
even
solid.
Like that's still So it's gonna change. But I don't know. What are your thoughts about Team USA Women's? I personally, I'm wondering where Cheryl Reeve. Like, my biggest concern is the health of Chelsea Gray and Nafisa Collier. I don't think Fee is healthy. I know Cheryl Reeve said she was healthy. She barely played in the All-Star game. She didn't play. I mean, she started last game against Germany, their one exhibition game.
She didn't play much though, right?
She didn't play much.
Yeah,
it's gonna be mainly like Asia and Stewie.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's not a bad combo to have, but I think I'm going to ride with the 3v3 -125. I don't know if I'm going to touch anything 5v5. I just feel like
too juice.
It's too much. And I don't trust anybody else. Like, I'm
probably this is the best team. They're going to like, if they don't win gold, I'd be very, very, very surprised.
Yeah, I agree. The talent is just too much.
Because listen, like Sabrina Ionescu, Kelsey Plum, Kalia Copper, like Alyssa Thomas, Jackie Young, like Fee, like that's your bottom half.
Yeah, that's insane. Like
that's crazy to me.
That's absurd. That's absurd. No, I don't think anybody. They can't compete.
And the good part about the USA women's team is they have incredible spacing. I love Stewie at the 4. I love Wilson at the 5. They have an incredible inside-out game, incredible 1-2 punch. But their passing, their spacing is just so good. I just can't, like, oh my God, I geek out on this shit.
Yeah. I'm excited to. When is game 1?
Game 1 is, I believe, the 28th.
Okay,
I appreciate you guys.
Okay, it's coming up.
The schedule is July 29th, USA versus Japan. This is women's at 3 p.m. Eastern time. August 1st, USA versus Belgium at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then we will play Germany again on August 4th at 11:15 a.m. And then August 7th, 9th, and 11th. I love
how you could watch basketball at 11, 3 p.m. Like, that's
great. This is great. It's like so my dream.
It's amazing. And then you watch whatever at night. That's why I love the Olympics. All day sports.
All day. And they do a replay.
So even if you miss it, I love that. I love it.
Hey, Jordy, thank you for the 22 months, man. I appreciate that. What's up, Ginger? Timmy, we're back on, man. It's been a long time. But football's coming up. We're going to be talking about football. Looch, real quick, plug yourself because I need to get some water.
Yeah, I will. And your inhaler. Do you still
No,
need your
go
hair?
ahead.
You're
Plug
good?
yourself. Tell the chat about yourself, a little bit about yourself.
This is the second time we're doing this live, obviously, but my name is Looch, if we've never met before. I do stream as well. I stream full-time right now on Twitch. I stream Madden primarily, like football games. So if you are interested in football games, you know, the new college football game, the new Madden coming out, I'm streaming that 5 days a week. So that's what I do. Big sports guy, big betting guy. I love betting on hockey is my primary sport. Love betting on hockey, love betting on basketball, love betting on football. I got into the WNBA three years ago now. I've been loving that as well. So I'm a big sports guy, here to entertain people on stream. And that's just a little bit about me.
Yeah, so make sure you guys give him a follow.
Appreciate
I've known you for a long time now.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I think it's been almost 4 years. I've been doing this
It's been almost 4 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. 4 years is a long time. So yeah, I've been in the space for about 4 years now.
Yeah, we started during pandemic streaming,
COVID,
and that was like the craziest time of our lives.
I know. That was nuts. Thinking back,
dude, that was
crazy. Thinking back, everybody was inside watching. It was crazy. It was absurd.
And it was awesome. It was awesome to see the gaming community come together. And we love gaming. So make sure you guys add him, please. Gaming. And that is the Ballislife Discord, guys. Make sure you join that, please, and thank you.
Yes.
We're working very, very hard to build Ballislife Bets. If you don't know Ballislife, we're such a great company, mixtape company. We cover a lot of mixtapes and basketball and high school, college, up into the pros. So that is my full-time job with them. So yeah, so that's that.
Yeah.
So what else did we miss?
The last thing I was going to touch on is if you had any second half predictions. Like I know we talked about who we had for a team, winning it all, the Aces, the Liberty, the Lynx are a good sprinkle, but in the second half, who do you think is going to maybe squeak in the playoffs? Who do you think is going to fall short? Which player maybe that you think is going to have a great second half? Let's start with that, actually. What player do you think is going to have a great second half of the WNBA season? It's obviously, we've still got a lot of basketball left. So who do you think is going to be turning it up in the second half here?
I mean, I have to go with the obvious, right? I'm just going to go with the obvious. I'm going to go with A'ja Wilson right now.
Yeah.
I think she's going to continue. It's not a hot take. She's going to be the unanimous MVP, and she better be the unanimous MVP.
It should not be close. Yeah.
It should not be close this year. There should be no third votes, fourth votes, second place votes. What she's doing right now is historic. She's a franchise leading scorer, averaging 27.2 points per game. So, I do think she is going to elevate her game even more.
Yep.
And I think the Aces are going to be crawling right back. I think what you saw at the beginning of the season was kind of like a counterfeit.
Yeah,
the Aces.
That was like, what are these? What is this team? Like,
what is this?
Yeah, it was
wild. And even right now, they're like in fifth, and they're not in the top three, but I think they're gonna get there because it's the Aces. They're gonna go for that three-peat.
Yeah.
And that's one player I have. Second player I have, I can really see. I mean, all of these players doing well. Like Arike's in her own tier. She's gonna do her own thing.
Yeah, she's probably my favorite player, honestly.
But there's a lot of different players. I do expect Aaliyah Boston to have a little bit of a better of a second.
That was mine.
Yeah, was it really?
Yeah, I swear to God, I have it highlighted right now. That was mine.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Because listen, Caitlin Clark is getting her stuff together. There was a lot of eyes on that team. They just weren't gelling. They were like, oh my God, Christy Sides, holy crap, let's freak out for no reason. Yeah. And Caitlin Clark is one of her best features of her game is facilitating the goddamn basketball, and she does it well. She did it in college. Yeah. And that pick and roll game with Aaliyah Boston is only going to get better.
Yes. Honestly, my two, it's one was kind of a team and one was kind of a player. My player was Aaliyah Boston. My team was the Sun because now they went out, they made a trade.
You took it right out of my mouth.
They made a great trade. I think they're just a great defensive team. I love defensive basketball. The fact that they're already one of the best probably the best defensive unit right now in basketball. Just as a team, I think Aaliyah Boston was my second half,
That's so funny. We flip-flop.
Yeah, that's wild. Second half flip-flop just because, you're right. The first 10 games, we were like, okay, this is going to be a team that probably going to finish bottom 2, going to get another high draft pick. Like, it's not, I wouldn't be surprised if that were to happen just because, Caitlin Clark is, she's just one piece. There's 5 people on a basketball team. She can't do everything. Yeah. So all of a sudden, the pick and roll game was great. Their chemistry just took off. You could tell they're playing with better confidence. Like, they went on a little bit of a run in the middle of the first half of the season where they looked great for like 5 to 7 games. So I was like, you know what? I think Aaliyah Boston's going to be the one to really step up. She was getting, she was getting actually like torched on Twitter saying like, oh, she's not worth this. She sucks. It's like, okay, relax. Like, it's a new team. Like, she obviously,
relax.
The focus is obviously on Caitlin Clark. Like, take it easy.
There's a lot of moving elements to that team. A lot of great players on Kelsey Mitchell, Melissa Smith. Like,
they're not bad.
They're gelling.
They're not bad. They're gelling. Yes, that's important. I think they add another piece in the offseason would be great. But I think she was my second. Yeah, she was my second half. I think she's going to have a big second half. Okay, maybe not MVP, but I think just even a slight improvement, a 20% improvement in her game, I think she'll be, they'll be back on her side, the media at least.
Yeah. And talking about the Connecticut Sun, you mean, like I said, I saw Marina Mabry in a Connecticut Sun because she was in the 3-point contest.
Yeah.
And I had to do a double take because I'm like, this is weird.
It's weird. I know. It is weird. I think they're going to be great.
I think they're going to be great. I think at plus 800 odds, I think that is amazing. Yeah. I mean, obviously the New York Liberty are doing their thing and they're very, very good. I do think the Lynx may fall off a little bit depending on the health of Fee.
Fair. If you don't have her, that's fair. That's fair.
A lot of people have them making the finals because, they were the Commissioner Cup championship. They're a very good team, but I see the Connecticut Sun possibly winning it all. Like you said, there's a lot of defense there. I'm not going to lie. I like the trade for Marina Mabry, but Rachel Banham just had like a really good game. I guess, I don't know if it makes them that much better,
but
maybe more consistent.
If anything,
she requested a trade, by the way.
If anything, it doesn't hurt to have depth. Like, I know I know everybody, it might suck that the person that's not starting, like that would kind of suck. But if you look at the deepest teams, like look at the aces, like the dominant teams, like they can roll who they want off the bench, even, give Plum, give Wilson like a break for 5 to 7 minutes a game. Like you get consistency from that 5 to 7 minutes can almost win or lose a game. Cause it's like, you can't stay on the whole time. So if you have some consistent bench minutes, like I think it was a great trade. I don't even think they overpaid. Like I think it was a good, it was like Mariah Jefferson, Rachel Banham, a couple, like a first round draft pick. But I think Mabry brings that spiciness. She brings that dog in her the Connecticut Sun need. Like her and Dejanay Carrington, you know the story with that. Yeah, she was my. I did a test at the beginning of the season. Carrington is my top. Arike and Carrington are my top 2. Like it's not even close, and there's a huge gap. Every time anybody was guarded by Carrington, I took the other person's under for 12 games in a row. I think it missed 2 times. And I was like, okay, now you add another dog to the already good defense. I want to see the second half. I'm really.
She's great defensively on ball.
God.
Like fantastic.
Yeah, I love this. This is exciting for the Sun.
So for 800 odds, like I said, the Connecticut Sun, and I live in Connecticut. I'm not trying to be biased, but they have a very, very good team.
Yes.
And for the New York Liberty, I think the 2 main key focal points here is going to be Leonie Fiebisch, who plays for the German team. She's really coming alive. That Liberty bench is really, really gelling.
That's important.
And I think having Niara Sabally back to back up Jonquel Jones and Suey, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would say the Liberty right now are probably my top.
Yeah.
But again, it's going to come down to how can you guard those, aces guards.
Yeah, that's definitely why they were struggling in the beginning too. They weren't healthy. They were kind of just
healthy.
Yeah. Now you'll see second half. You're right. Second half, like. Yeah, they're gonna be a problem. They're not gonna lose many games.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle rose.
I like Seattle too. I've liked Seattle. I mean, they're already doing well, but I like Seattle.
When I saw what NECA did during the All-Star game, and I love Jewel Lloyd, and I think like Skylar, she's got to step it up like a little tiny bit, but like I could see them there too.
Yeah, they're a good team. I want to see all the links, how the second half links are. I do want to see that. That's something I'm looking for.
It's going to be a great rest of the season.
I know.
But I did have A'ja Wilson locked in for MVP. I got it at plus 100.
Yeah, I missed it. I missed it. Now it's like minus 4 billion because she's.
What are the odds? Who's the favorite to win a championship? Is it the Liberty?
Yeah, no, the Aces.
The Aces are still favored.
I think I'm gonna double.
That's crazy that they're in fifth seed and they're
the Aces are plus 160 and the Liberty are plus 170. The Sun moved to plus 750, and then the Storm and the Lynx.
Such great value. I'm putting a couple units on that.
I know.
I have to.
Yeah, I have. Like, obviously, awards, like, okay, Wilson is minus 3,000 for MVP. Like, obviously.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got to plus. Who's second? It's got to be like Sabrina.
It's Sabrina. Okay, it's a 3-way tie, and the only way listen, it's already, they only put it at plus 7,500 just because it's generic. It's Sabrina, Alyssa Thomas, Caitlin Clark, like plus 7,500.
Caitlin Clark is in the MVP. No way.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's not. I could tell these are odds that they just threw out there to try to. They tried to get people to bite on the number just because, like, you could tell, like, they just put random, like, yeah, they're. Like,
I mean, Nafisa Collier should be up there.
She is here.
I mean, I know she's been hurt, but she should be way above that.
Yeah, plus she's plus 30,000.
That's crazy.
Jesus, I know she's like, okay, yeah, that's crazy. They're you know what they're doing?
Oh my God.
DraftKings is trying to get people to click on Caitlin Clark.
Click on it for the odds.
For the odds, because you're like, wow, of course.
I put $1, I'll make 20,000.
Yeah, exactly. It's Wilson. That's it. Like, you might as well just give it to her now because it's like.
That's why I said, Kathy, give A'ja Wilson the MVP now.
Yeah, just give it
it's gonna happen.
You probably could have given it to her the first 10 games. Like, it's absurd. Yeah.
But speaking of DraftKings, like I said, they are the newest partner with the WNBA. I'm going to be interested if we can alt the lines, get all that stuff.
I hope so because oh my God, do you know how annoying it is to like have a play in mind and then you know that they offer all the boosts. And you're like, okay, nice. Instead of Wilson for 25, I'll get it for 20. I'll get Plum for 50, whatever, and make like a little builder. And you just realize, never mind, I have to do it on FanDuel. No. Like, come on, like just give us alt lines.
Hopefully that would change a lot of stuff. I mean,
give us alt lines. More people will bet on it if you give the opportunity, right?
Absolutely, and more people. Just like watching the games, more accessibility people they're going to watch the games, are going to buy in.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you give the gamblers like an opportunity to bet on, like the SGPs before was like money lines and team total overs. It's like, what the hell is this? Yeah, like. And
they're going to bet on it too. It's not like people aren't going to bet on it.
Yeah, they will. Just to have alt lines, like, people are going to ladder Caitlin Clark 20, 25, 30, 35 points. But give us the option. That's all we want. We have the option. We'll bet on it. Mm-hmm. So that's good. Thank God they did that. It's about time.
Good job, DraftKings. Good job.
It's about time.
Well, that should pretty much do it for this episode. I do want to remind you guys, we are partnered with props.cash. Use the code BIL for 25% off your first month subscription. I promise you, Looch and I use that every single day to get our prop bets. It's a very, very, very good tool. I would never, ever steer you guys wrong. Yes. We don't get any kickbacks from saying this.
Nope.
But
just the best.
That is who Ballislife Bets is partnered with. Also, make sure you follow both of us on all social media, and Ballislife Bets. Make sure to follow us everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
everything.
What am I forgetting? Threads.
Yeah,
everything. The bomb.
Everything.
But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for coming in so much. If you like the live kind of thing going on, put a 1 in the chat. We really, really appreciate you guys being interactive, and I know we didn't get to a lot of stuff, but we will.
Yeah.
As we go, further.
Yeah.
Into NFL.
Yeah, soon.
So
when's game 1? I think it's early September, right?
Yeah, NFL.
Yeah, I think we're getting there.
We're getting into training camp.
Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close. The October month where it's like NFL, baseball, playoffs, hockey, basketball, everything starts. Like, it's around the corner. We're almost there. These are the dog days. You just got to get through the dog days.
Listen, we're getting there though. Yeah. So thank you everybody for tuning in. The resubs, the follows. Thank you guys. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your day.
And we'll be back
next week. Yeah, end of next week probably.
Talking about the Olympics.
Yes.
And maybe a little bit of football.
Yeah. So. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Peace out, chat.